One of the reasons he thought it was okay to marry me was that I had no objection to him being a pastor, being ready to go where he goes.
It's been a very intense couple of years, but it's also been very beautiful and very special. And I was with Mum and holding her hand as she died, which was one of the great gifts of my life.
A deaconess is a servant, a theologically trained woman who works to share the gospel of Jesus, being the hands and feet of Jesus to the community.
I think as a pastor's wife, you just have those extra unique opportunities that someone else might not get. It's a privilege to be in the church and just loving and serving God's people.
Homeschooling is parenting on steroids. I started homeschooling because even as a trained teacher, I knew that this is the best way that I could give my children an education for their abilities.
I love hymns. I love hymns a lot. They're like mini sermons, especially when you're feeling down or alone. Singing a hymn can really uplift your mood. #memorize hymns.
And I remember thinking, I'm not alone. I have Peter and I have Paul and John and James. They loved me because they loved the church, and I was a member of the church.
And I love how Jesus was interruptible. And if we leave enough margin for ourselves, then we can also be interruptible, either physically with the use of our home or in our week when things change the family because of a ministry need.
Where is my identity? Our identity actually isn't completely depending on another human being, but is through our baptism and us being saved through what Christ has done for us.
I guess the first place to start when you're talking about biblical literacy is to see what the Bible says about itself. In order to be a man or a woman of God, you really need to be knowing what the Bible actually says.
The whole Bible is about reconciliation, with God sending his son to reconcile us to him again. We see conflict as an opportunity, but it's an opportunity to proclaim the gospel through the forgiveness of sins.